Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme.
Often people find that they are consumed with hatred or revengeful feeling. Why is this such a common thing?
I think it's our human society or even animal. If somebody done something, if you, like example like dog, if another dog, they had a fighting, and the whole day life will keep on fighting. They don't kind of able to giving up and say, look, we had a fight once and before, now I giving up or to. It's more like people can't able to give in, surrender yourself. You always want to keep a very strong identity. And if I giving up something, people will think I'm not a very good person or I'm a very weak person. I think people go always, if I present myself very strong, I have to be fight for. It's human races, or not only human races, all animal races have the same thing. So therefore, if you want to change that, then I think that everything what is happening to you, good things or bad things, your life, you're always to grateful and to look at, think it's positive rather than to try to maintain your kind of unnecessary kind of strength, which does not have any beneficial for you.
Okay. If one wanted to be a better person, what are some of the 4 steps they could take in order to achieve this?
Kindness. I think the most important is to be kind to everybody, whether it's your friend or else your enemy, or somebody keep on beating you every day. Don't make a revenge, but to be kind, to always helpful. It's like good example is like good doctor. If you are a good doctor, if there is 10 people fighting each other, and some of the people which is your friend, or maybe your children, some they had a fight to other people, and all of them the injury. If you are a good doctor, you're responsible to treat everybody is equally, not as because this person is my children's enemy, so I will treat afterwards. I treat my son first or my daughter first. No, you don't. You treat to everybody, whoever is there in front of you, equally best as you can, because you are medical person. You do not have side, whose side you are, or whose enemy you are. It's not your job. Your job is to treat everybody to how to live, how to survive this person. So if you have that kind of idea of compassion to everybody equally, your friends, and then you have patience, and you have tolerance and diligence. If you have all those things, patience, tolerance, diligence, compassion, compassion, not limited compassion. Like we have, like people have compassion and say, this person making me a cup of tea, so I next day I make a cup of tea. This person did not make a cup of tea, so why I have to make a cup of tea? Then that's wrong. So you're looking like some kind of tiny compassion, but more less exchange compassion. Like so, the real sense of you have to have is whoever it is, you treat the same way. And if you have that attitude, then you have no problems.
Okay. Often people are faced with crisis of faith and have trouble believing in anything, which causes them to suffer. How does one deal with this type of situation?
I think they look in wrong beliefs. Like there's nobody which doesn't believe everything. If you make a fire, put the water on the top, surely they believe it's about boil. If you eat your food, you will fill up your stomach. Surely you believe that. But people always say, "I don't believe anything." I know, maybe you may not understand. You don't have fully understood, so you don't believe things because there's many things which you're not used to with your way of life. And so it's difficult to believe, but there's nobody which doesn't believe anything. So if somebody don't believe, and why they want to be happy, because they want to believe, I want to be happy. So there's nobody which doesn't believe anything. Maybe it takes little more time, and maybe that needed more understand, more. Buddha always said that you don't have to believe everything what people told you. You should investigate. You should do your own, and then once you fully understood, and somebody say you don't believe, you will believe, because then you have the benefit. So maybe there are things which you're not able to believe because you did not know the benefit. So once you see the result, you will have the benefit.
Okay. Depression has become a huge problem in today's world. How can one deal with depressions and its causes?
Well, depression is your own creation. And I think our biggest problem in here is the problem of nothing to do, because everything done by other people to you. So you don't, if long as you have money, you don't have to do anything. So if you don't need to cook, you can go to a restaurant. You don't need to make a bed, you can go to a hotel. So there is no physical action required. In the early time, I'm sure even in the island, it's not the money is the most important. If you want to eat, you have to cook, you have to ply, you have to plant, and then you get the benefit to cook. If you want to sleep, there's no all the time hotels, so you have to make at least to put tent up. So you have to action which will have some benefit. So depression will of course come because you don't do anything, because you keep on thinking all the negative things. So, and if we have like a big garden, we don't plant any vegetables. We only put lawn and flower. And then we have nothing to eat. Say, I have no food, I need a social security money. So you don't do, you get fat, you don't do any actions, you don't plant. So I think we create the cause of depressions ourselves, the society too, each of us too. If we want to have less depressions, we make our garden to vegetables. We need a physical, have to walk. don't have to wait to all the time to go to earn money, because there's many things. The reason why you earn money is for food. Reason why you need to earn money is for transport. You need for your house, and you don't to try to courage to learn how to repair your own house. You wait to somebody to pay the money. So you have to be handy person, which anybody can be a handy person. Anybody can be plant vegetables in a garden rather than plant a flower. So you know what, when you, once you eat something and you pick up vegetables, you know this is a good vegetable, I planted. So if you physically have to have actions and you don't have growth of depression, you don't give in all the time to courage depressions. The depression only come, you have nothing to do. You sleep all the time, and then you go out. Maybe you sleep wrong time. Daytime you sleep, nighttime you go out walk to do something, and which is harmful. You eat the wrong food. You have wrong exercise. You have the wrong people together with you. You have depression together. Like everybody depressed, they may get up together, more or less similar in the night time. So you encourage each other. So I think you have to change your life. Depression is very much your own creation.
Okay. People often live with anger and stress at the front of their thoughts. How is this harmful for them, and how can they overcome this?
Well, to think compassion. If you can't able to stop anger, but you can change your anger. So when you angry thoughts, middle of your process going to fighting with it by your anger is so strong, blow out. And if there is person make you like gentle sound, loving kindness, and then that will calm down like snow dropped into hot rock. It just disappears. So when you become angry, you don't make more anger by other people's listening. People say, okay, sometime like I saw like wrestling, it's like really create anger and violence and say, look, this person doing this to you. Now, why are you so weak and why are you so bad, not able to face things? So it's like create more anger, and then you think that you have to listen, even you don't mean that. So I think you needed to read compassion books, think about compassion, and think the good. If you're angry to one person or to many people, person or persons, and to try to see all the good quality each of them, not to look at all the time wrong and negative thoughts. But if you keep on thinking all the time good things, and then the good things will grow, and you were never able to get out negative thoughts, but negative thoughts maybe subside by growing positive thoughts.
Okay, and last one. Today's children are becoming very materialistic because society tells them that they need this thing or that they need that thing to be happy. How can we help our children grow up to be kind and not greedy and wanting things all the time?
I think that's up to the parents. Parents is the children's example of parents, yeah? If the parents is all the time greedy, and the children will grow greedy. If the parents are very less greedy in children, so I think if we want to change the society, not the children, we have to change. Each of us have to change.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme